UsualSuspect6.com.
This day, to this day, to this day.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Suspect. Brought to you by Usual Suspect 6.
UsualSuspect6.com. UsualSuspect6.com.
It's a Usual Suspect.
Hey everybody, it's Slick Nick Sullivan, and I'm here watching Supreme Beast Boxing Talk.
Man, welcome back. Welcome to Tales from the B-Side, episode number 8. I'm KG. Don't get to my left, man. It's my boy Thomas from the Bronx, man. What's going on with you, Thomas?
What's good, KG? What's good, everybody? What's going on? Another week on and getting ready for a new week of work or school or whatever everybody got going on. So,
all right, man. Hey, shout out to the chat, everybody that's going to be tapping in, that's coming in, creeping in. Everybody that's going to spin the block and catch the playback. You know what I'm saying? This evening, we got one of my Virginia natives, you know what I'm saying, in the building. You know what I'm saying? I had this guy on, I want to say maybe 2-3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Special guy, you know what I'm saying? Pure to boxing, you know what I'm saying? So with no further ado, you know what I'm saying, we're going to bring on 7'2", 7'5" native. They call him Slick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Slick Nick Sullivan. You know what I'm saying? Welcome.
So what's up? Thank you for having me. Hey everybody that's home right now. I appreciate you for having me.
What's going on, man? Another day. So right now, look, you are in training camp right now, right?
Yeah, definitely. I've been training, but now it's like the hardcore training.
Okay. So how you feeling? You feeling strong?
Yeah, feeling strong and feeling sore.
Hey, that means it's working.
Definitely strong and sore.
Yep. But you know what I'm saying? Tell us, you know what I'm saying? Tell me real quick about your weekend. You know what I'm saying? How's it been going? Because I know Juneteenth just passed. You know what I'm saying? How's your people celebrate that? Because people don't understand how to celebrate it yet.
Yeah, you know me. I got a fight coming up, so I won't really too much celebrate. I had a good meal. That's about it. Spend it with the family around, but it wasn't really too much for us. For me, at least, it wasn't too much. I ate and relaxed. It's fight time. When fight time come around, I really don't do too much. Birthdays, all that type stuff. I had that a different day. These fights and stuff, don't come too often. So you got to cash in your opportunities. Sometimes you got to miss out on things to get where you really want to go in life. So
exactly.
I look at the bigger picture on things.
I got you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my boy Thomas, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he's actually, you know what I'm saying, met you, but he's, you know what I'm saying, he said he's seen, you know what I'm saying, your fights and watched some of your work, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and speak to that for me, Thomas.
Hey, what's good, Nick, man? Yeah, I've seen some of your work. I see you got a fight lined up less than a month. You got an opponent lined up yet?
Definitely. I got an opponent lined up from California, a seasoned guy. I'm 34 years old. 34 years old. He just fought, I think it was last month.
Okay.
So pretty seasoned guy that I'll be
Okay.
fighting on July 26th.
Okay. And you're pretty active too. You just fought, I think, back in May, right?
May,
In May,
yeah.
yeah. So that was
Yeah.
that was a robbery in my opinion. I watched it. That fight wasn't even close.
Yeah.
I guess we'll get to that in a minute. I don't know if KG, what direction you want to start off with, but
No. We can go ahead and start what's current. You know what I'm saying?
we can start with that
yeah.
fight. That was against this guy,
whatever's current.
Pedro.
Like, how did you feel? Were you the A side or the B side in this situation? And do you feel any unjust was
I definitely feel it was unjust. With me not being, because I was with Golden Boy Promotions, me not being with Golden Boy Promotions, I felt like I was always looked at as the B side. So when you asked me to come on the B side show, I said that's perfect. And it's a lot on my end that I've been dealing with, but I don't make excuses at all. So I mean, the fight that we took in May just now, it was originally supposed to be at 139, but he came in overweight, so we ended up fighting at the 142, 143 pound limit, which he came at 145. So he was
he still came at 145. Yeah,
he's 5 pounds overweight off rip. So I'm a fighter at heart, and I know I believe in my ability. I still took the fight. Was he a lot bigger than me on fight night? Yeah, I kind of felt it, but I still felt like he didn't do enough to win the fight. I felt like he didn't do enough to win the fight, but that's on me. I take full accountability for that because outside the ring, leading up to that fight, I wasn't the best. I was training, but I had a lot going on with court and custody for my son. I was fighting. I was actually fighting a case, leading up to that fight. So it was just a lot I was dealing with. But I'm a fighter at heart, and I don't really turn down too many fights. So that one, I can blame myself for that one.
I mean, we know fighters, they got personal lives as well. And then, you got to train, and then try to make weight and all that. But, to give you full credit, I mean, I know you're saying you're taking fault of it. I thought you won the fight easy. I didn't think that fight was close.
Yeah.
If anybody watches that fight or seen that fight, the first 3 rounds was the easiest to score. You won those easy.
Yeah.
And then the next 3 was a little bit closer, but there was no way you lost it. The guy was showboating more than he was throwing punches. He hardly threw any punches. He wasn't active at all.
That's exactly what I felt like as well too. That's why I felt like I was more so the B side that fight. I was supposedly being the A side, but I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I take fault in that as well too because I should have knocked him out. I should have got him out of there. I should have got him out of there. But I really appreciate it because I thought the same thing. I felt like I didn't lose that fight.
Yeah, the guy was showboating most of the fight. He was, and when I mean showboating, I mean he was like kind of like saying hit me, and he was doing all of this like robotic stuff. It was weird, but he wasn't throwing punches. He landed a few good shots, but he was very active, especially in the first 3 rounds. The 4th round was close, but I gave you that round. The 5th round, I thought he might have won, and the 6th round, it was like an even round. But there was no way, like 2 of the judges, it was a majority. Said one judge had it a draw. And then the other 2 judges had it for the other guy. One judge had it like 4 rounds to 2 or something like that. It was crazy.
That was crazy. When I seen that on BoxRec, I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
Nah.
That's how they try to spin it. But look, I'm gonna touch back on the I used not so much detail on as far as the personal stuff, but we as people, period. We deal with our personal lives and it's how we wear it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what it is. And a lot of people, they go through it and then you guys are more so under a microscope as being fighters. You know what I'm saying? You guys are being looked at differently. So therefore you guys can kind of, what about me? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But then people are looking at y'all and like, man, you supposed to just fight. You like, I am supposed to just fight, but I'm getting beat up along the way from the fans, the people in the comments that's commenting or versus the actual direct personal issue that I'm dealing with at hand. You know what I'm saying? Like speak to like what do you do to keep your mind at bay so you can understand what staying the course is?
What I do to keep my mind to stay on the course, I mean, I got a son now, so I look at it as a bigger picture. He didn't ask to be here, and I don't see myself working a 9 to 5 my whole life. So I use all that as motivation. Me having to get up in the morning, go to work, my son, being a father. I use all that as motivation because one day I just want to get up and go train. And my son just look at me like, oh, I could do that too. I can just train and make money for my family. And that's just my motivation right there to keep me going. When I feel discouraged or I feel like I don't want to do something, I just think about my life and then my son's life. So I would say my son probably be my biggest motivation.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
You know, I know I wanted to get to, so you're saying, you know, you've been supposedly the A side most of your career promoted by Golden Boy. Well, let's go to that last fight, your first loss. Yeah. That fight was almost like a setup. That guy was tough. That's another fight that was really close.
Yeah.
And not only the scoring was a little bit off, in my opinion, the referee was horrible in that fight.
Oh my! Thank you. I was waiting for somebody to see
so bad, bro. She was terrible in that fight.
When I dropped them, that
hold on. Who was the ref?
Correct?
Yes, it was a female ref.
Yeah, that should have been a knockdown.
Light skin?
Nah, the fight. I know the fight was in California.
Yeah. It's one of those. She's from Maryland. She introduced me before the fight. She introduced herself before the fight. She was like from Maryland or DC or something like that.
Okay. I think I've seen her before. I think she's done some. If it's the same judge, she's done in here in New Jersey. I think she's done a lot of fights in New Jersey. If the same one, she's big. She's a big female ref. Yeah, but she was bad, terrible.
Wow.
There was a knockdown that they didn't score.
I hit him clean with a hook. Boom. Yeah. The ropes kept him up. He dropped and everything. They said it was a slip, but the last round, I went to throw a jab and he punched as well. And I think we both hit each other. Then I ended up tripping over his foot. She gave me an 8 count. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
What is going on?
Yeah, like what's going on?
She wouldn't let you guys work on the inside a little bit. Yeah. Like it was bad. Like it was. People were complaining about the fight that it was a boring fight. It wasn't a boring fight. The ref didn't let you guys work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it was, and then the scoring. That's another thing. That was bad. So again, you started. I think it looked like you got tired in that fight in like the 4th, 5th round. But like the first few rounds, you dominated, in my opinion. You was too fast for him.
Yeah. The end of the 4th round is when I think I started to gas. That was my first 6th round fight. That's when I think I started to gas. But at that point, I felt if he didn't knock me out, I still won regardless because I didn't win regardless at that point because it's up to 4 rounds. You got the last 2 rounds. And then in my opinion, I honestly think that 8 count is really what gave them the edge on the fight. But it would have been a draw if they counted where I dropped them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the 10-8 round is what kind of I think sealed it. They did take a point away from him. I think they took a point away because he was a little dirty. He pushed you to the ground. Yeah. They took a point away. But that was the scoring was a little bit off in that fight. Because like I said, the beginning of that fight, if anybody watched it, watch the fight. I'm not biased. So the first 3-4 rounds, you outboxed him. I think the rest were looking at the guy landed a couple of clean shots that looked because he was a big guy. He was an undefeated fighter at that point. Strong fighter, and they were kind of counting maybe the reaction of some of those punches, but he didn't do enough work in those rounds.
Yeah, that's I felt like it too. And then on that same sense, some of the flesh punches he landed on me with, I also hit him with. Like I was clean jabs, clean right hands. Mm-hmm. I'm just man, Golden Boy. But after that fight, Golden Boy signed him. So
and you know what happened, right?
Yeah.
He got knocked out 2 straight fights.
2 straight fights out
there. Early too, I think.
Karma, motherfucker, man.
Yeah, it is. It really is, man.
Before Dominic Valley.
Dominic Valley, yeah.
That was the second one. He got knocked out like in the 2nd round.
Yeah. So. Yeah, he did. He got 2 straight knockouts after that. Yeah, and I don't think he's been active since. Because I remember after that fight, I was talking to my advisor at the time and was telling him that I would like to run it back.
Mm-hmm.
Running room.
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
you want to run it back, and what did they say? But
I was like, I wanted to run it back, and my advisor was like, We're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep moving up the ladder. There's other fish out there in the sea. Like basically not. He didn't basically tell me no. He just basically was like, man, just get your focus back on winning again. Basically, that's basically what he was telling me.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So do you feel that Golden Boy set you up because, like, did you know of the opponent before in that fight? The what was his name? Vasquez.
Vasquez. I knew his name, but they didn't give me his name. I feel honestly, and I'm not saying this only because of the decision that go my way. From the very get-go, I felt like it was something to it, but. In my mind, I know I can fight. I said I'm gonna prove Golden Boy wrong. I'm gonna show him something. They think this guy 11-0 and he gonna run. I'm gonna show him something. So I came out there on a mission. So I still took the fight, even in the back of my head, knowing like I feel like something up with this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I honestly feel like something was up with this. A guy that's 11-0, all of a sudden there's no footage on him.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't really tell me too much about him. So
that's crazy.
I was like, man, you know what? Golden Boy want to try to set me up and see if I really can fight. I'm going to show him I can fight. I still took the fight because I knew he wouldn't be able to, nothing spectacular to hurt me. Yeah. And I believe in myself. So I was like, I took it. I was 6-0 at the time, and he was 11-0.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I asked that because they immediately signed him right after the fight, which is crazy. So that's why I was like, there had to be some sort of setup and stuff like that.
So you're saying they didn't even produce a box rec? Because I know how when managers talk, first thing they ask them, like if Nick, they call about you, they're going to say, hey, send me his box rec. That's all they're going to really say. So a box rec wasn't produced on this guy.
Man, that's what I'm saying. They sent me his name, where he was from, and his record. And I'm just like, all right, that is what it is. They act like there wasn't no other options on the table. Because I said, I'm 6-0. 11-0, I was shaky about it at first. I was like, other options on the table. But I did that before. I think with the guy Tyrone Jones at first, I wasn't taking the fight because of his record and stuff. But when I said no, it's like Golden Boy put me on the shelf and didn't want to give me any more fights. So I said, okay.
Wow.
They put me on the shelf and was basically like, I'm turning down fights when I never turned down a fight. I just did. In the contract, it say y'all give me 3 opponents, and we pick from there. Y'all giving me 1 opponent and telling me basically I just got to fight this guy. That's not that. You got to go by what the contract say. I never said I wasn't going to fight him because I end up still fighting him.
They try to George Winston Duke him. That's what they try to do. He said, I put the money on it for you, boy. You fight who I tell you, when I tell you. You like, hold up, man, hold up.
I tipped my hat off to Golden Boy because they gave me an opportunity when nobody would, but don't give me an opportunity with sideline stuff in there. Basically, don't put in a contract that y'all gonna do this, that, and the third. Then I sign a contract, get two good wins in. Now it's this, that, and the third, and because the only two fights I had with Golden Boy was my first 2 fights. After that, I was doing little stuff on my own to stay active because COVID hit.
Yeah,
and even when Golden Boy got back to fighting in COVID, I wasn't on their list to fight.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then they brought you out to California too, which the fan base by that casino, because I know 360 Promotions do a lot of fights in that venue too. They it's a big Mexican fan base over there, so they put you an 11-0 guy against a Mexican, and it's mostly going to be Mexican fans, so you was up against it.
Yeah,
it was up to you to upset the apple cart, but at the same time, if the judges ain't paying you no never mind when it comes to what you're, getting off, what we really doing? You know what I'm saying?
They was looking for me to gas out, man. I'm telling you, they was looking for me to gas out.
Yeah, and when I saw it, I think it was Hopkins was doing the commentator. Yeah, it was Hopkins. And Hopkins, I'm no big fan of his, but. Especially behind the microphone, because he's got bias up and down. But it seemed like I clearly, I wrote down notes going into this because I prepped myself so I can make it clear. But I clearly wrote in my notes, clearly won the first 3 rounds of the fight.
Yeah.
So and then the scores were 57-55, all 3 judges.
Yeah.
That's insane. But
that's definitely insane. I feel like, but everybody that after the fight was like, man, that should have been a draw. I don't feel like he won or they was like, if you would have won, I could see you edging it out. But it was the knockdown. I'm telling you what it was. It was that knockdown. My knockdown versus his knockdown. It would have had to be.
Yeah, because the knockdown gave him a 2-point advantage, and that was the last round, and that's 57-55.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so now, when something like that happens, what's the next step?
Back to the drawing boards. See where I went wrong at. See, when I watch fights, I see what I watch the whole fight, see what I did good at, then I replay it again and see what I did bad at. And I focus on the bad, and I could have did this or I could have did that. I see I gassed out. If I didn't gas out, he wouldn't have been fucking with me on no type of level. So I knew sprints, running, get all my road work done. The skill is gonna be there, but if you don't got the wind to do it, is no need. There's no need. I know opponents that their game plan is to wear me down. That's it. They don't have a game plan but to go in there and wear me down. That's their game plan.
Which is that's crazy. So then you're saying that you got to work on more your stamina and stuff like that. I mean,
just road work, and being more comfortable and not so tight in there. Because when you tight and not as comfortable and you thinking too fast, that gets you fast. That gets you tired as fast too.
That gas should that sap your damn gas tank right there. So, but look, along with trying to add more to the gas tank, to build more of a reserve. Are we, doing anything new as far as am I adding a new shade to myself? So even when I get in here, the Nick that they know, I got a different damn shade that's gonna show up. Different gears. So we're evolving from that point.
Definitely gonna see a different Nick. That's why I ain't really been posting too much, and I'm locked in. They definitely gonna see a different me. Definitely.
Let me ask you. You brought this up a little bit. Do you think COVID kind of set you back a little bit? You think that
COVID definitely set me back mentally and physically, because for a while you couldn't go to no gyms.
You don't know where,
You couldn't go to a gym. Then mentally, I'm like, then mind you, this COVID hit off the biggest knockout of my career. My second fight on the zone. I wasn't even supposed to be a TV fight that night. I was a swing bout, and the fight before me ended up getting knocked out, which means if I got knocked out, that means I was going on because they have a time slot. So they sent me on, and I knocked the guy out in the first round. I promise you, I had 7,000 followers. I woke up with 12.5K. It's like overnight, it just the biggest knockout of my career. And then boom, COVID hit. Now it's like when fans stop seeing you for a while, they start to forget about you. You gotta stay relevant in the fans. So that messed with me mentally, because I remember before COVID, it was like, man, we want to see Slick Nick back. Then I'm about to fight again. Who is this guy? Like, where he come from?
Exactly.
So mentally, it's like, dang, you want to get back so bad you can't. Then Golden Boy not trying to put me on no cards. It was a mental thing. So mentally and physically, because I couldn't really train how I wanted to until like months later. Then I wasn't getting fights. That's like going to work and not getting paid. You going to work. You going to work crazy. And doing. You going to work doing all this work in the gym, busting your ass, and no fight.
And people have selective memory, so they only remember recent. They don't remember what happened in the past, and that's why I asked about COVID, because I believe you was a national finalist, right? Golden Glove finalist, nationals, and I think that was in 2018. Oh, twice.
No, 3 times actually. The first time I got the bronze medal. Second time I got the silver medal. No, twice. So bronze and silver. The last time I went, I think me and Keyshawn ended up fighting. Okay. I lost split decision to Keyshawn Davis.
Okay. So you have a decorated amateur career. I knew that. That's why I asked it. That was COVID happened like a year and a half after, after that. So like people have selective memory, and people don't realize, they only want to know what happened, a few weeks ago. you know, what's happening now. So
what are you up to now?
Yeah, COVID messed up a lot of people's, you know, opportunities. They messed up. I don't know if you know you're familiar with Shushu Carrington. They messed up it slowed down his career.
Oh yeah, you know, I fought Shushu.
Yeah,
I fought Shushu. We 1-1.
Okay.
In the amateur, we 1-1. Yeah, that's my guy. Him and his dad. Their whole team is good. I think he came down to Norfolk about a year and a half, 2 years ago to give me some sparring. So him, his dad, his whole team, just good friends with them. Yeah,
they're definitely
good. I know Shushu Canton good. Yeah.
No, they're good people. His father's mad cool. Like I see his father all the time. I say what's up, and he's mad cool, man. He never forgets his face either. So how was that experience though? Talk to us a little bit about that experience with Shushu in the ring.
Definitely is Shushu. He is a lot slicker than what y'all think or see. He's a lot slicker on TV. I might say, dang, he's slick, but actually being in there with him, he's slick.
Yeah,
cool dude, good dude. I remember after both fights, we was talking. The first time I lost him, the second time we was talking. We was cool after both fights. It's nothing but love and respect after that. So it was a good experience. I learned a lot from fighting him. I learned a lot from losing, so I learned a lot from beating him as well too.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that about him being slick, because a lot of people don't know that Shushu can box. He just goes in there. Recently, I don't know what it is. He's trying to knock your head off, and he's got the high guard, and he's engaging a little too much. But Shushu can box. A lot of people don't know that.
He definitely can. He definitely
can. Look, a lot of guys, they I want to say B-side guys, they don't usually get that kind of work. You know what I'm saying? They you know what I'm saying, especially if they're not on anybody's radar to be like paid sparring partners, anything like that or whatever, but they don't usually get that kind of work. So you being, you know what I'm saying, classified now since you're a free agent, you know what I'm saying, we're going to talk about, you know what I'm saying, you not being a Golden Boy and, you know what I'm saying, I guess the reasons why or whatever, but you not being there, being a free agent, you're B-side, so, but you're still able to get work with guys of, you know what I'm saying, of the cloth of Shushu.
Because guys know I can fight. This business thing, this boxing thing is mainly a business before anything. They would love to fuck you before they'll help you. So once you realize that in the game, but these guys know I can fight. It's a business side of the thing that I'm not winning. Like the fighting side, the skill side, I'm winning at. It's the business side of things that I'm not winning at. And guys know that, like, nah, he can fight, he could this, he could that. I remember I was training with Shakur when he was down here in Hampton. I sparred Shakur. Shakur know of me. All these top guys know of me. They know me. So I had a big amateur background. So it's not like, oh, he the B-side, he can't fight on the B-side because of the business side of things.
Yeah, the business side of things.
There was the skill and fighting side of things. I'm A-side all the way.
What you got, Thomas?
I don't know. I was to say any other. I mean, how was that sparring with Shakur? I mean, Shakur. I had a friend of mine that sparred Shakur. He told me some things. What was your experience?
I learned a lot from sparring Shakur. It's not like you can't. You know how some guys you be like, oh, he fast, he's strong, he this, he that, and the third. Shakur is just very technical and precise. That's what makes him so hard. He don't over punch. He don't under punch. He's just like, he know when to punch. Placement. It's just like he's a very sharp fighter. You learn literally a lot from him. He'll tell you like he didn't beat me up. It was good work, but Shakur fucked me up. Those times we sparred. Those times we sparred. I feel like he got the better of me.
I had a friend of mine. I don't know if you know a guy. He's from the Bronx. Ofacio Falcone. He did some work with Shakur.
Yeah, I know him. That's my guy. I was just talking to him on Instagram not too long ago.
Yeah, he's got a fight coming up too.
Yeah, he do.
I think this the day before your fight. I think he's the 25th.
25th. Where he fighting at?
In Queens.
Queens. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my guy. You know, so
yeah, he cool, real cool dude.
Yeah, real nice guy. And he's safe. Yeah. He's been in the ring with a lot of guys too. That's why I always ask about who you've been in the ring with.
Yeah.
You know, and Shakur was great work. He said they brought him down to Texas and Houston.
Definitely.
And he gave him work. Yeah.
Definitely. I was in there. I've been in there with a lot of guys. Rasheen Warren, Lamont, Anthony Peterson. Who else I've been in there with? Shakur, Shushu, Rasheem Jefferson. It's so many guys. I forgot. I went to Jersey. Well, I went to Jersey. I sparred somebody else in Jersey too. I forgot.
There's a lot of young guys in Jersey coming up too that I know.
Definitely.
You know of Keith Cologne?
Keith Cologne.
He's from Newark.
Is that the guy that just knocked the guy out at the Golden Glove Regionals?
No. He's a pro now.
He's pro. What is Keith? What, 7-0 now? 6-0?
6-0. Yeah.
I probably know him if I see him. I do remember faces more than I remember a name.
Yeah.
That usually be the case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But man, tell the people about this upcoming fight, you know what I'm saying? Because if we ain't got no more stories, you know what I'm saying? Let us know about this July 26th fight situation coming up, where they can get their tickets, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Where they can follow and find you. You know what I'm saying?
Now that I got my opponent and contract signed and everything, I'm gonna start posting where we can get the tickets at. But if I don't post, if you don't follow me, you can go to Main Street Main Street Main Event.
Main Street Main Event, yeah.
Yeah, Main Street Main Event. Click on the link and scroll down to my name, Slick Nick Sullivan. Register for the tickets, and that's how you get your tickets from there.
Okay.
I seen the setup. I was like, because this is gonna be my first time. I don't know if this is their first time at the train station, but they gonna have it at the train station, Thomas. And the way the layout is, I know that area is nothing but glassed around, so it's nothing but the chairs and the damn ring is gonna be slapped dead in the middle. So it's gonna be kind of lit up in there that night, man. So I'm gonna be in the building.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I saw the card. I saw they got some good names on there too.
Yeah, we got some pretty good names on that card. So
your boy is on it, the heavyweight, Jerry.
Yeah, Slugger.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
But definitely,
a good card, man.
Definitely, I'll definitely promote it. On my Instagram, I'm following you. Once you put the details of the fight, we'll put it out there. Definitely help promote the fight.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Definitely. Tell the people where they can find you at, Nick, and you know what I'm saying. Give us
on Instagram 3_Slick Nick. Same thing for Twitter. That's pretty much all my social media. On Facebook is Nick Sullivan, but I really just use Instagram and Twitter, which is at 3_Slick Nick.
Man, I really do appreciate you pulling up, man. You know what I'm saying, telling us a few stories about, you know what I'm saying, being on the B side, and you know what I'm saying, how they try to put the fuck to you in the game. You know what I'm saying, and that's how they do be sometimes. But you still got to show up and act like you've been there before, like you do. You know what I'm saying? I said this to you before the last time you had you on. I said, bro, the kid can speak. You know what I'm saying? He ain't just slick as far as boxing. He's slick with, you know what I'm saying, with his with the articulation of his words. You know what I'm saying? So keep that mind sharp, because you know what I'm saying, because that's gonna be what's gonna be necessary, you know what I'm saying, long before the skill set and the hands fade. You know what I'm saying? So keep your head on the swivel, man. You know what I'm saying? And any guys that's B-sides or guys up and coming, give them the game, man, because that's the only thing that really support.
That's why I don't mind doing stuff like this. I want to reach out to a guy that's probably going down the route that I was going down. Go ahead and switch routes, man. I don't want nobody that experienced what I had the experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. If you can help somebody, why not, man? This game, it's a dog-eat-dog environment. I ain't like that, man. If I can help and how you a better, I ain't no hater at all. If you can have a better career than me, then I like it. But I feel like right now is where my career really about to start. I had a great start to my career, had a downfall, but I feel like this is really where it's about to start. People really about to see the real Slick Nick, skill-wise in and outside the ring.
That's what's up.
Man.
That's what's up.
I
can't make this one because I'm gonna be in the Garden the 26th. Okay. But the next time you're in the area, I'm gonna try to come through.
Man, I really appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this fight, you know what I'm saying? And looking forward to, you know what I'm saying, building more with you, because, you know what I'm saying, after this fight, we will end up bringing you on the Beltway. You know what I'm saying? You come on over to Crazy Boxing Talk, and we're going to bullshit on the Beltway. We can talk about that.
All you got to do is let me know when. You know, I'm going to hop up there. I'm ready to talk whenever. Get my side of things.
All right, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to let you go. You know what I'm saying? I want you to go ahead and keep being, you know what I'm saying, the upstanding father that you are, man. Keep training hard and keep, you know what I'm saying, keeping your eyes focused on what the goal is.
Man, most definitely. I really appreciate that for having me, reaching out and wanting me to be on the B side of things. I appreciate y'all for letting me tell my side.
Absolutely,
bro,
man. Salute to you, bro.
Until next time, bro.
Yes, next time.
All right.
Peace.
Man, Thomas, another good one.
A good one, man. You know, he's a good kid, man. He can fight.
Oh,
a lot of people, he can fight, man. He got skills, man.
He does. He actually does.
I watched. I went and did some research. I watched the fights. He got skills. He definitely got robbed both those fights. The second fight was so bad. The ref really ruined the fight, in my opinion, too. But man, he can fight, man. He's fast. He's slick. He did gas out in I think it was the first fight. The first loss, he gassed. He looked like he gassed. The second fight, it wasn't even close. And for like a judge to give the other guy 4 rounds was ridiculous. So, but you know, I look forward to seeing him. You know, the 26th. You know, I'll you know, I'm going to be at a fight, but I'll catch the replay where it's possible. But he definitely can fight, man.
Yeah, most definitely. Man, you know what else was close, Thomas?
What?
The US 6 fight pool, man.
Oh,
that was really, really close, man. Razor thin, man. You know what I'm saying? So everybody in the chat, if you guys are aware, you know what I'm saying, and everybody that's gonna come back and watch the show, you know what I'm saying? We had a US 6 fight pool season 1. You know what I'm saying?
And we gotta change the scoring rules, man.
He said we gotta change the scoring rules. Uh-oh. He says a mutiny afoot.
We gotta change the scoring rules a little bit. You know I like the extra points. So that, you know, you predict the round and you predict the outcome. But I think picking, you know, I know if you pick unanimous decision, you only get 1 point or whatever. If you pick a knockout, you get like a couple extra points. But I think if you pick a guy and you pick a guy to win by stoppage, let's say in a 6, and he knocks the guy out, you're still predicting a knockout like in the 7th or the 8th. I feel like you should get like a bonus for that more than the guy that would have picked them as the decision. You know what I'm saying? That's the only little tweak that I wish they would make, because I think you should get credit for it. Like, you know, for example, yesterday, I picked Schofield by knockout in the 3rd round. He won in the 1st round. Everybody else picked him unanimous decision. I should get a little bonus for calling the knockout. Nobody else did that. But whatever. That's the only little tweak. But yeah, it was a good pool. I like the group chat was great. Talking smack in the chat, but it was close between was it Red 503 and then
it was Sullivan. It was me. Yeah, it was me. But yeah,
I didn't want Red to win. I really was hating on Red.
No, man, it was a good one. You know what I'm saying? It was competitive. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of information put out there, and you know what I'm saying? And everybody was able to kind of commingle and find out what each one knows. So I'm looking forward, you know what I'm saying, to the next one. And like I said, Thomas, everything you just said, if it's something that you think needs to be brought to the table, you know what I'm saying, you know, that's what the chat is there for. We bring it there, and if the committee sees fit to make it a vote, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we could.
We turn it into a vote.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So on that
note,
also,
you know what else I'm going to put up to vote?
What's that?
If you finish in last place and you want to join again, you got to pay double.
You got to pay double. Oh man. Oh man. Like,
so you got to pay double if you finish in last place.
So you saying if you finish in last, or if you're saying you went last the entire time?
I mean, it's the same thing. If you finish in last place, you should pay double if you want to play in the next pool.
Oh man, you should pay double.
You should pay double.
Yeah, sickening, man. Sickening.
Yeah. We do that in some of our fantasy leagues. If you finish last place, this is so we can keep it competitive that nobody lays down at the end of the year. Then if you got to pay double to play the next year.
That's true.
You know.
Well, shit, man. Thomas, man, go ahead and give people your closing words, and let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. And we're gonna shout out the winner of season 1 on the way out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay tuned for that.
Shout out to Cadillac Red, the cheater.
Oh man!
Salute to him. Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. Hey, if you're gonna get beat, might as well cheat. So shout out to him. But salute to you, KG. I appreciate this. The show. I mean, we do good ones next week. I think I'm not even gonna say the name, but we got a good one next week. I'm just waiting for him to confirm. He gave me a yes. I'm just waiting on a time. And it's a real good one. I mean, it's a former world champion. So, retired fighter, former world champion. That's all I'm giving you. So, and you can catch me. every week on Thursdays, on Fridays, and on Sunday on the radio and on here. You can catch me at TD Sports Talk on YouTube and then either sportsbyline.com on the radio every Sunday. So
that's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? And everybody know where y'all gonna find me. You know what I'm saying? Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, we're gonna bullshit on the Beltway. You can find me, you know what I'm saying, anything that's tagged and labeled Usual Suspect 6, you know what I'm saying, which is www.usualsuspect6.com and www.shopusualsuspect6.com. You know what I'm saying? So, because y'all do fit the description. So, on that note, we out of here.
Peace.
Brought to you by Usual Suspect 6.
UsualSuspect6.com. UsualSuspect6.com.
Usual suspecting.
Usual suspect.
It's a usual suspect.
Hey everybody, it's Slick Nick Sullivan, and I'm here watching Supreme Beast Boxing Talk.